How to crochet the granny rectangle. For this stitch, you'll need a crochet hook and a ball of yarn. Special thanks to our sponsor Mountain Meadow Wool for providing today's yarn. Today we are using their Laramie line in the color Fern. For this stitch, you'll need to know the following techniques: chain stitch, slip stitch, double crochet. To begin this stitch, we're going to create a foundation chain of 12 stitches. Round 1, we're going to be working on both sides of the foundation chain. We'll show you how that will work out in just a second. So we're going to begin by doing 2 double crochets into the 4th chain from our hook. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 2 and we'll do 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Okay? So there's 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll chain 2 again, and we'll do 3 more double crochets into that same hook, same stitch. Alright, there we go. So what we've done is we've kind of basically created a corner of our center here. Here's one side, the center, and the other side. So this is the corner. Alright, now we're going to chain 2 and skip the next 2 chains. So we've got 1, 2 chains that we're skipping, and we will do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. So skip these 2, 1 double crochet, and we'll go into the next section, another double crochet, and 1 more. Alright, then we're going to chain 2 again. And we are going to skip the next 2 chains. So we may have missed a chain back here. Looks like there was one kind of hidden, which was this one right here. So we're going to back up real quick. You just hold on where you're at, and I'll catch up real fast. So we've got 1, 2. So you got to watch out when you're doing lots of stitches into one spot. It's going to hide stitches next to it sometimes. You have to be careful not to miss them. Okay, so now if we chain 2 and skip the next 2, that leaves us with 1 on the end. So we'll do 3 double crochets into that last chain. Then we're going to chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into that same chain. Then we'll chain 2 again, and another 3 double crochets into that same chain. Okay, so next we'll do another chain 2, and we're working on the opposite side of our foundation chain now. So we're going to skip the next 2 chains, and we'll do 1 double crochet into each of the next 3 chains. That's actually going to be the opposite side of these 3 that we already did. So we're going to go into the same chains that they're done into. Like so. Alright, then we're going to chain 2 once more. We'll skip the next 2 chains, and we're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of the beginning chain 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3 right into the top here, and slip stitch those 2 together. Round 2. We're going to begin by chaining 3. Then we'll start our repeat by chaining 2. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. That's this one right here on the corner. Okay, then we'll chain 3. Then we'll do 3 more double crochets into that same space. Then we're going to chain 2. Okay, so that's a corner. Then we're going to repeat this again, right here, into the next corner. So another 3 double crochets. Then a chain 3. And 3 more double crochets. Alright, and chain 2. Now, we are going to work 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space, right here. And a chain 2. And another 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. and another chain 2. And that's going to end our repeat. So we're going to repeat this sequence around here one more time until we reach the end of our repeat. And when we reach the end of our repeat here, for the last 3 double crochets, we're going to work 2 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. And we're going to finish with the slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our 5 chains at the beginning of the round. Round 3. We're going to begin by chaining 3. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets into the same 2 chain space, or the next 2 chain space, however you want to look at it. Alright, then we're going to chain 2, and then we'll start our repeat by doing 3 double crochets into the next 3 chain space. Okay, then we'll chain 3. And we'll do another 3 double crochets into that same 3 chain space. Alright, then we're going to chain 2. And we'll do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. Chain 2 again. And we're going to do another corner here, so we'll do 3 double crochets into the corner. Then a chain 3. And another 3 double crochets into that corner. Same corner. Alright, now we're going to chain 2. And we'll do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. And chain 2, and we'll repeat this 2 more times. The 3 double crochets and chain 2. Okay, so we'll go into the next one with 3 double crochets. Chain 2. And another 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. And we'll finish up our repeat here by chaining 2. Okay, so we're going to repeat this whole sequence here one more time until we get to the end of our repeat. Now on our last repeat, here, after we've done our second set of 3 double crochets, we're going to chain 2, and instead of doing a third set, we're just going to go into this third chain here and do a slip stitch with the beginning of the round. Round 4. We're going to begin by chaining 3. Then we'll start our repeat by chaining 2. And we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. Then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work our corner. So we'll do 3 double crochets into the 3 chain space. Then we'll chain 3, and 3 more double crochets into that same 3 chain space. Now we'll chain 2, and we'll do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. Then chain 2, and we're going to repeat that into the next 2 chain space. So another 3 double crochets. And another chain 2. Alright, now we're going to work our next corner. So 3 double crochets. Then a chain 3 for the corner. Then another 3 double crochets into that same 3 chain space. Okay, good. Then we're going to chain 2. Alright, now we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. And then chain 2. And we're going to repeat this, the 3 double crochets and chain 2, 2 more times. Okay, into each 2 chain space. Alright, 3 double crochets and chain 2, we'll do that again. And chain 2, and that's going to finish up our repeat. So we're going to repeat this sequence. Actually, our repeat ends at the double crochet here. So we're going to repeat this sequence all the way around one more time until we reach the last stitch in our repeat. Alright, and when we reach the last part of our repeat here, we're going to do 2 double crochets into the next 2 chain space. And instead of a third one, we're going to do a slip stitch into the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3 of our beginning chain, and that will finish the round. So then we can cut our yarn and fasten off, and that will complete our granny rectangle. After a few repeats, your pattern should look like this. Want more New Stitch a Day? Join our VIP email list to get every stitch directly to your inbox. Sign up today at newstitchaday.com/VIP.